Hey guys, this is Comic Uno. Today I'm doing a review for All New X-Men issue 31. And before I start talking about this issue, just want to give you guys a couple updates. Of course, I have Comic Uno episode 62, and that's a show where I review all the comics I've read this week in one show. And here are those exclusive comics. We got Super Secret Crisis War issue 3, Godstorm Hercules Pain issue 5, Outcast issue 3, Guardians of the Galaxy issue 18, Avengers Undercover, issue 9. Silver Surfer, issue 5. Flash, issue 34. Fantastic Four, issue 9. And Sinestro, issue 5. So if you want to go check out all those reviews, go to Comic Uno episode 62, and that'll be annotated. Also, this Friday, not this Friday, but every Friday, I'm going to have my comic book reviews now. So comic book reviews are moving to Friday. If you want to learn more information about that, check out my update video coming out this weekend. So be sure to check that out. But let's talk about All New X-Men issue 31. So this is the issue right before we're getting to the Ultimate Universe, which I'm very excited to see. And also, it ties a little bit into what's going on with Uncanny X-Men. So if you're intrigued with that story, which I actually been enjoying the story arc of Uncanny X-Men, and if you're reading All New X-Men, you might want to read Uncanny X-Men to see what's going on with the Will and Testament, because they're kind of going on at the same time, especially since Brian Michael Bendis is writing both these series. So I think that's smart that they're doing that. But cool cover, it's kind of generic. We just see Iceman throwing ice. We've seen this tons of times. So, nothing much to say about the cover, but let's see what's going on with the story. So with this issue, last issue was kind of more of a filler, but I liked it just because there was so much more character development, but it was a little bit of a filler. So with this issue, we get to see the end of like Laura and Angel having their happy time. They're still kind of a happy couple, but in Laura's own way, which I do like that. But mostly it's about a little bit about the Ultimate Universe and how their portal closed. So what's going on with that? And of course, this issue's got to connect to the Ultimate Universe. This next issue, they're going to meet Miles. So now that the adults are gone because of the whole thing going on with Uncanny X-Men, we get to see the kids, the first class kids, most of the people from the past, and also Laura, find a mutant. And the mutant's connected to this portal closing. She's the one who closes the portal. And what happens is the Iceman goes to a different place. Angel and Laura, I'm probably sure that they do too. But Jean is in the Ultimate Universe and finds Miles Morales. So that's how we're going to see this Ultimate Universe, All New X-Men team up. I like this issue. I kind of expected more though, honestly. As a big Ultimate Universe fan, I did expect a little bit more. Also, I feel like the missing hole, because as a big, humongous Kitty Pryde fan, I miss Kitty here. You know, I don't think they're going to utilize Kitty enough in the whole Will and Testament thing for Charles Xavier, so it's more of just pulling her out for a little while this series and not utilizing her. And I think especially for the Ultimate Comics story arc, I would like to see Kitty meet Ultimate Kitty. Like, I thought that interaction would be more interesting than the First Class X-Men meeting Miles. It's just having Kitty there, at least she has another version of herself. So I feel like that interaction would be very interesting. More than the First Class X-Men saying, oh, you're Professor Kitty, but like, you know, or Professor Pryde in another universe. Oh, that's cool. But it'd be interesting that each other meet, you know, they both meet each other. So a little disappointed that they didn't take that advantage. But I like this issue. Again, it's more of a lead up to the Ultimate Comics crossover. But I liked it. It's good. The artwork's a little sketchy on times. I feel like there's not a lot of detail, especially when there's a lot of people on each panel. I'm going to give you an example, especially in the beginning, I would say. Right here. In the beginning of the series, felt like the faces didn't have as much detail, but still like the artwork. I like the story overall. Again, it's just more of a lead up to the next issue, though, so I'm going to give this 3.5 stars. I did like the last issue a lot better, and I'm excited for this Ultimate story, though. I want to see what the First Class X-Men do with Miles Morales, and I think it'll be a fun story. So, especially Brian Michael Bendis likes crossing over his stuff, which I kind of talked about in the beginning of this review, saying that he likes to kind of connect all his stories, and he's writing so many books, so see them all cross over. It's going to be a fun little story arc. So I like the issue. I'm gonna give it 3.5 stars, and I hope you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Uno, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter for Comic Uno and the right situations, and don't forget to like my Facebook page. And also, I have a comic book that I'm writing now, like Father Like Daughter. If you want more information about that, check out the description below. So hope you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Uno, and I'll see you guys later.